alive for a little while. My hubby is out helping my ex-husband move some furniture, I guess, and they had to take it like 2 hours away and drop it off or something. I don't know. Something he was talking about. It's kind of an odd situation, but it is what it is. It's nice that they get along. Um, I've been here all day, most of the day, I think. Last night I was at the ER for the rash issue that I had. I think I told you guys that in a very short video. They just basically wanted to give me more steroids, and I don't want to take steroids. I would rather just pinpoint what is causing the itching and the rash than just drug myself. So I let the dermatologist know that I'm not taking steroids. I'm going to wait for my appointment with her, which is coming up, I believe, on the 5th of January, probably. Um, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out what it is that's making me itch, and I'm starting to think it's something with my bed. Because every time I lay down to go to sleep, the itching starts becoming very, very bad. So if that's all it is, that's wonderful. Plus, of course, the milk allergy that I have, which I have utterly stopped eating or drinking anything with dairy in it ever since I heard that I have an allergy to it. Another thing, the dermatologist said that the celiac test is not conclusive yet. So they had to do what's called an IG antibody test to see if they could then test for celiac after that. I think the reason for that, if I remember when my daughter Randy had a celiac test, if you've already stopped eating gluten, it won't show up that you have celiac even if you do, because automatically your body will have started healing itself. Well, I never stopped eating gluten, so it may still show up for me. Here's hoping. If it is, that's what it is, then I need to know if there's an issue with that too, so I can then avoid more food. Yippee. What is Dee Dee gonna ever eat? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, apparently. I will live on that the rest of my life. um I've got a few things I want to talk about tonight, but I'd love to hear from you guys too if you come in and you decide you want to chat. And I don't just mean saying hi, strike up a conversation. It is a chat room. We chat in here. That is what you do in chat rooms. You do in other people's chat rooms. I've seen other people have lots of chatters in their rooms, so but whatever. Anyhow, so I'm going to carry on anyways. I was watching a true crime I guess interrogation interview, I don't know what you would call it. If you guys follow the Gypsy Rose Blanchard, sorry, I don't mean to spit, Gypsy Rose Blanchard story about the young girl whose mother, if you call her that, egg donor, had Munchausen syndrome by proxy, and basically tried to make this little girl be sick all the time or hurt or in a wheelchair or whatever, and did some pretty horrible things to her during her life from the time she was very, very little. And Gypsy ended up hiring her, not hiring. Well, I mean, she kind of hired him. She paid for this guy that she became boyfriend and girlfriend with to come and take out her mother. And I don't mean to dinner. Take her out as in, end her completely. And he did in a very gruesome way that I won't get into details. You can watch the case yourself. At any rate, then Gypsy staged it to look like the boyfriend made a disparaging remark about, and a mocking remark about what he did to the mother. But it was actually Gypsy that did it, and she admitted it on the stand tonight that it was her that wrote the Facebook post about the situation. So yeah, that was very interesting. I've followed the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case for years since I first heard about it, because Munchausen by proxy is something that I was always very interested in, how a mother or a caretaker's mind can actually think up manipulations to do to a innocent child to benefit their own, I don't know, ego or whatever it is. I don't know why they do what they do. They just do what they do. And fortunately or unfortunately, Mrs. Blanchard, Ms. Blanchard met her end in a very gruesome way, courtesy of Gypsy and her boyfriend. Now, one thing I didn't remember was that Gypsy met this guy online. The guy is on the autism spectrum, Asperger's syndrome, which we don't call it that anymore because of the connections to certain things. But he was on the spectrum, and she managed to get him to come and go to see Cinderella at the movies with her for a date. And her mother was there for the date. And then they went and got involved in the bathroom. Use your imagination on that, I guess. Um, and then as time went on, they stayed in touch and they made this very elaborate plan, pretty much thought up by Gypsy herself, to take out her mom and get rid of her. Um, and yeah, it was a very bad case, a very bad situation, lots of mixed feelings all around with anybody that knows about the case. Some people feel bad for Gypsy, some people feel awful for her mother. It's hard to know really how to feel about something like that, where a kid was so tortured and abused and neglected and punished all the time, and just horridly done wrong. And she finally got her comeuppance, if you will, her revenge. And I'm not saying it's right, but that she believed that was the only way out, and maybe it was. I don't know. Only God can judge that, not my place. Anyway, so at one point I was trying to tell you, when she met this guy, they both ended up creating fictitious names for a fantasy game, if you will. They both fantasized the whole dominant submissive situation. He was the master, she was the slave, and she did whatever he told her. And he told her to do some pretty disgusting, gruesome things after he got rid of her mother. I will not get into detail on that either. Again, you can watch the case. I just don't like talking about all that nasty stuff on my channel. Anyway, they had her on the stand tonight, testifying regarding the whole situation of what he did to her mom. I don't know what their purpose was, if she was trying to incriminate him in the whole thing. I'm honestly not sure. Because she did a really good job, if you want to call it good, of incriminating herself tonight. She admitted to everything. As well it should be. She didn't lie. She told the truth the whole time. I really believe that. I don't think she lied about one thing on that stand. She was under oath anyway, so I would hope she wouldn't be lying. She served lots of years in prison. I don't even know how many years she served. I don't know if he served years in prison. I'm really not sure on all the specific details, but I know she did, and I think they let her out like 3 years earlier than what they had anticipated letting her out. And people were pretty happy about that because they felt that she really never had a chance from the time she came onto the planet. She was just manipulated and abused for years and years for financial gain for the mother and for herself. And yeah, it was a bad situation. Very, very bad. I'm still following the 8 passengers situation as well in true crime. And for those of you that don't know that one, that is the Ruby Frankie and the, what is her name? Jody Hildebrand case. A couple of Mormon women who ended up getting together. The one lady who claimed to be a life coach indirectly booted out Ruby's husband, or helped her boot him out, saying that he needed to leave the family in order to repair their marriage. So he was gone for like, I think they said 7 months or more. So he didn't even technically know what was going on with Ruby and the kids, but he knew before that, when all the bad stuff was going on, that she was filming and putting on YouTube. So most people feel he could be, incriminated in all of that as well. Anyhow, the update on that, they've been actually getting very detailed about the crimes that were done against the children. One thing I did not know is that Jody Hildebrand, the one that was the life coach, made the little girl, Ruby's daughter, jump into a cactus many times. Ugh. And then the other allegations or admissions, I guess, if you will, from Ruby were that she held her son's head underwater, basically almost drowning him, I guess, more than once. She chained him to her, chained him to weights, heavy weights, and they would hog tie him so that his arms and his feet were like above the ground, and he'd be laying on his stomach with his arms and feet above the ground. This little boy, 12 years old, I think he was. The little girl, I think, was 9, or maybe I have that backwards. I don't remember. Um, just deplorable junk that these people did to these poor little kids, as well as making them stand out in the heat of the desert for like days to the point where they were so sunburned their skin was peeling, and just horrid stuff. All in the name of, you guessed it, religion. Yeah, I don't believe that kind of stuff, guys. I don't. My God is a loving God. He is not a torturer and an abuser, and no, that's not me. That's not my beliefs. Not saying it's the Mormon beliefs either. In fact, most of the Mormons were horrified as well when they heard about this. Um, but I don't know. We haven't heard a whole lot about her church or, either one of their places of fellowship or what they thought of it. I would like to know what they think of it. Anyhow, they're getting at least 3 consecutive sentences each, which means that could be like, I don't know, 30 years or something. Aw. Thank you, Amelia. Yeah, well, as you know, it's not my real hair. My real hair is under it, but it seems to be maybe coming back a little bit at a time. I'm sure hoping so, because I don't mind wearing a wig, but y'all, it just doesn't feel like, the real me, the authentic me. It's pretty and all. It's a nice wig. I like this wig. I'd like to get some other ones that more closely match who I am, but that wig lady, I'm telling you, she wanted to fight me. Feisty old lady, 77 years old, telling me, oh, you don't need to have black hair anymore. You're too old for that. You need to go lighter. It'll make your face look younger. Okay, whatever. I'm paying for the wig, but you're going to tell me what kind of wig I can't get. But I wasn't going to argue with her. She's an elder. I was taught better than that by my mom. And I figure she knew because she fits people that have cancer and stuff with wigs. So she's been doing it for years. She used to work at the old wig shop, like way, way back in the day when I first moved out to Illinois. So, but the wig shop is in Iowa, not Illinois. Anyhow, I was pretty impressed. I mean, I can't say I hate it. It's not a bad wig. I wear it quite often. I wear it to work. I wear it when I go out, that kind of thing. But I just like having hair on my head. If it's not mine, it's not mine. I'm just glad there is a way to still have hair and not have to worry about it. Um, but yeah, I'm glad I can help others for sure. So yeah, I was watching those cases, and I don't have any other updates on the Ruby Jody situation other than they both are getting sentenced, I believe, in February. There's something going on. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is I can't remember what the name of the wig is. It's like super super famous lady name on it. And this is discontinued. They don't even make this wig anymore. This was the last one of its kind. They don't make them anymore. Um and this is a lace front wig. I don't know if you can see, but I'll kind of try to show you. Right here, if you look very very closely, there's a little thin piece of lace. They call it lace. It's not lace. It's more like a netting. See if I can show you. See, you can kind of see when I move it up and down. It looks almost like your scalp is moving. It's because the wig itself has a scalp color attached right under here. It's like a little scalp cap. So it kind of looks like a natural part. And you can kind of part it however you want. It's pretty neat. I remember seeing them for women of color, and I think it was TikTok, and I'm like, oh man, I would love to try a wig like that. But I thought I had to go to a, a black person's wig shop to get one. I didn't know that, there was a white person's wig shop too, which is actually right next to the black person's wig shop, and they're friends. She's like, she's lovely over there. It's called Celebrity Wigs, and she's like, but she's very overpriced. So it's probably good I didn't go there to get my wig. I probably would have paid a mint, which I don't have. So yeah. Anyway, so in February they are gonna have, I guess they're giving the chance or the opportunity for the kids to testify if they want to, is what I heard. Yeah. Yeah, they got a wig shop. They do weave, they do wigs. So anyhow, we'll stay tuned and see what becomes of the next situation with the whole 8 passengers situation, trial, whatever. Hopefully, they get a good long time behind bars because they deserve at least that, in my opinion. So, what else is new? What is new? Not what else. I'm the one doing the talking, so there's no else. What is new with all of you? What is going on? What is happening? I've tried to watch different videos of you guys and stuff. People that come on here and watch me, even if you watch and you lurk and you don't talk. Um, and it doesn't make sense to me because I'm really not in the loop anymore, so I don't know what y'all are even talking about half the time. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem going to a people of color shop. I don't have any issue with people of any color, race, creed, whatever. It's just that for my hair, my style is more of a Caucasian person, I guess. So it just made more sense. But like I said, the one wig lady is friends with the other wig lady. They have been for many, many years. And she said she's really nice, but she's very overpriced with her wigs. So I even thought about getting weave, actually. I was going to get a hairpiece, and she said, well, you don't want to get a hairpiece because then you're going to have to flip it under and keep combing it and hope it blends in. She goes, a wig would just make more sense. I was like, okay, fine. You sold me. I'll get a wig. But I tried on several of them. She just loved this one on me. Matthew liked it. I was having some trouble getting used to it because brown is not my natural hair color. But she insisted that because I was 57 years old, I need a lighter hair color to make me look younger. So I went with it. You know, that's what I did. So the only thing I don't like is like if a hair gets caught under here, like right here, you can see the lace a little bit and it's kind of weird looking. But most of the time I just kind of keep it hanging like that. That's the way she showed me how to wear it. And she said to wet my fingertips and just kind of fluff all this up in the back. It's supposed to be a wispy wig, as she said. Wispy. It's supposed to be wispy. Go in the bathroom and wet your fingers, and just with the fingertips and these 2 fingers, the ring finger and the thumb finger, just go, woo, it's got to be wispy. And don't ever flatten it down. She always tells me, don't flatten it. Just make sure if you're going to fluff it up and back, not flat like that. She was funny. She's like, and I don't want to see you, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there thinking, you're not going to see me anyway. It's not like you live anywhere near me. You don't come to work with me. I don't know. She was a feisty one. Oh my goodness, was she feisty. And then this other lady came in and started cussing, and woo, she lit into her. She's like, ahem. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gloria. Her name was Gloria. Oh my goodness, that was funny. Yeah, you didn't dare cuss in Gloria's presence. She would have a conniption. She was very old school, very traditional. I mean, 77 years old. She's an older lady, you know. So, anyhow, that's about it here. Nothing else happening at the moment. Beware of the wig ladies. Yes, for sure. Some of them, anyway. I was just about to settle down for the night, write in my journal a little bit. So today for food, I think I posted some of it. I had a pretty good food day today. Ever since I eliminated milk, I've had to get even more creative because there was so much I was eating with milk products for a while. Ugh, but I'm getting creative again, figuring out, which dinners I can do, which lunches and all that jazz. So this morning, what did I eat this morning? It was something very simple. I know I had a cutie, and I think I had a couple rice cakes maybe in the morning. Oh, and I had a cup of cereal with about a half a cup of milk, almond milk. And that was good. And then for lunch, I think I had a salad and some rice and the rest of my lo mein noodles from the Chinese restaurant the other day. That lo mein thing, they give you so much of a portion, it lasted me 3 days in a row. That lo mein noodle thing that I got. I swear, they must have given me like 4 cups of that stuff. Yikes. It is a big, they have it in a big long boat, like little white boats that they serve you in. They're pretty cool. Plastic boats. And that's what they put the food in. And there's like 3 different sizes, I think, at least. There might be more than 3. They might have all kinds of different sizes of those boats. But it's so cool because it's cool eating your dinner in a boat. Um, anyway, so I ate the rice and I mixed some other rice a little bit later in the day because I still wanted more rice. I mixed more rice together with the old rice and ate that. Um, had some broccoli today. And then tonight I made chili. Homemade chili. Oh, was that good? Good sized can of tomatoes, some beans, mixed beans, and some dark red kidney beans. And then I had, what else did I do? I'm trying to think. Onion and peppers. Oh, yeah, lo mein. That's what I had. Vegetable lo mein. That's what I ate. That's what lasted me 3 days. Did they give you like a huge... I don't know if you went out to eat. This was at a Chinese restaurant that I got it. I don't eat any type of animal meat, animal bodies or whatever anymore. So, I did have some egg drop soup, which was delicious when I was there. But not today. Anyway, then I had 1 or 2, I think it was just one caramel rice cake. And I had 3 or 4 plain rice cakes. One had jelly on it. It was like apricot preserves or something. That was really good. But I stayed under my calories today. I did really well on that, which I'm super happy about because if I stay under the calories, that means I lose weight the next day, and I'm super happy because I did not weigh myself today because I had gotten back from the hospital, from the ER, and I just totally forgot, and I started eating because I was stressed out to the max. Oh, yeah. It is slimy raw eggs. Probably. I never thought of that. I think they cook the egg a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know how egg drop soup is made. I thought they boil the water and then they put the egg in and it kind of cooks. Kind of like a poached egg type idea. But yeah, very, very huge portions for sure. I was going to say something else. What was I going to tell y'all? Oh, about my day. Oh my gosh. What a crazy day it was. Yeah, I know, like snot soup. That's a good way to put it. So, at the hospital, when I left the ER, I knew I left my phone and my journal behind. After I got home, I was like, oh man, I gotta go all the way back to the hospital. It's in the next town over. So I went back to the hospital. They couldn't find it. The lady that was there, new lady at the front desk, I don't know what it looks like. I didn't see anything here. blah, blah. So I'm like, well, let me give you my number in case you find it. Not realizing if I give her my number, it's the number on the phone that I left there. So it wouldn't do any good for her to call the number if she found it, you know? And I couldn't remember Matthew's phone number. So I'm like, oh man, why did I do that? So then I'm thinking, well, I want my stuff. I mean, I finally realized not only did I lose my or leave my phone there and my journal, this journal here, man, I was totally wrong. It doesn't have black letters on it. It has white letters and a gold heart. Ugh. Yeah, I was at the hospital, not in the hospital. I was at the ER last night. And so then I realized I also left my pillow there. This pillow, right here, this pillow. With a nice satiny cover on it. And it's a thick pillow. It's a big one. I left it behind because I had been laying against it in the bed. I don't know about your hospitals, but they're not notorious here for giving you a pillow right away. So you're laying there with your head crooked up like this in the bed the whole time. Then you have a headache and a neck ache to go along with whatever put you there in the first place. So I always bring my pillow. Well, I left that behind too. So I was like, well, okay, I've got to figure out for sure that they can find my stuff because I'm not going to drive all the way there, use the gas for the third time going back if they don't have my stuff there. So I thought, how can I do this? So I thought, well, okay, I'll use Matthew's phone and I'll put a phone app on there so that I can call the hospital, explain my situation to maybe the higher up since that front desk girl didn't know what was going on. And it wouldn't work because I couldn't remember my password. It kept asking, do you want to change your password? And I'm like, yes. But then when I went to get into my email, couldn't remember that password. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it was like one of those days where every time you turn around, um, you drop something somewhere. Like something important. Like dropping something important in the mud or one of those kind of days. Spilling things. I was spilling everything today. I don't know why. It was a day, like I said. So I finally got a hold of Carol on Facebook Messenger and said, I need a favor. She's like, what's up? So I told her, I said, I need you to find out at the hospital if they found my pillow, my journal, and my phone. So she said, I'll see what I can do. She got back to me like right away, within like 10 minutes, and said, yeah, Mom, they have it. Where are you? I said, I'm at home. She goes, well, they have it at the front desk. Okay. So I hopped in the car for the third time, went and picked up my stuff, came home. And, yeah, it's been a day. There's other stuff that went on, but I'm not privy to, or it's not my place to talk about it because it's other people's stuff. And I don't want to get anybody angry at me because I already had people angry at me that don't want to be included in YouTube at all or mentioned on YouTube. So I'm not falling into that trap again. But yeah, there was other stuff that went down today that was rather harrowing and upsetting too. But anytime that happens, all I know is I close my eyes or I get on the floor, which I usually do anyways when I'm desperate. I get on the floor on my face and say, you know what, God? I just need you to intervene and do what you do because I don't want this day today. I don't know what to do with it. It's just not working out for me. So it's yours. I just give it right back to you and I'm yielding it over to you and sealing it under your spirit in Jesus' name, amen. And that's pretty much it. I'm done. And then at that point, I stand up, and lo and behold, guess what happened from then on? So I decided to do laundry today with my little washer dryer unit. I have quite a bit that I got done, actually. As I'm looking through the laundry, I find $60 on the floor. 320s. We had lost money a while back. I don't remember how much we lost, but I was like, oh, God, you're so good. So good to us. And we've been tithing, which means 10% of your income. Even if it looks like we can't afford it, we've been tithing. And God has been really good to bless us in so many ways since we started doing that. And it's never failed. I can't tell you guys why tithing works for us. I don't know if it works for everybody that way, but it has never failed me. When I tithe, I get blessed in some way, shape, or form. Sometimes many ways, shapes, and forms. So we definitely do that. Anyhow, that was super nice to get that $60 that I wasn't expecting at all. Um, I want to get a bag of potatoes probably tomorrow. I want some potatoes. I've been craving homemade mashed potatoes. And now I'm back to eating whole food plant based, so that's one of the things I can eat is potatoes. And I love them in all different ways that you can make them. Uh, anything else I wanted to talk to you about? I don't really know. I don't think there's anything else to tell you, honestly. Bowie's over there sleeping on his bed. Can you see him over there? He's a sleepy man. There he is, little Bobo man. Hey, Bobo man. He's out. It has been cold here and windy and even some snow. Not enough to make it stick for very long, though. But I don't let my kitties out when it's that cold out. So, y'all, I don't know what else to say. Anything else anybody wants to talk about or say or discuss or get my take on or my opinion on or anything like that? Let me know. I'll wait till the little number here switches from 31 to 32 and give you guys a chance to type into the text anything you want to talk about. Anyway, thanks for popping in and talking with me, Amelia. I appreciate having someone to talk to instead of talking to myself all the time. It's always nice to have a back and forth chatter in here. Do I tithe net or gross? Gross is like when you first get paid before they take everything out, right? I think it's the net because I don't think I see the gross. I think they already take the, then I forget. Yeah, I think, yeah, in my hand or in my account, so to speak, not in my hand, in my account. I mean, everything is so, you got to pay taxes for this and that and make payments on that and, your money gets spread so thin by the time you ever get any of it that was it really yours? So, yeah, I tithe whatever is put into my account. That's my tithe. That's my 10%. Because the other I don't see. I don't see it. So to me, it doesn't exist because it was never really mine to begin with. Maybe that's not the right way to do it, but that's the way I've always done it, and he blesses it, so. It just has always worked for me. I remember when I first met Matthew and I said, hey, let's try this. And he was real skeptical. He's like, yeah, but we're struggling financially. I'm like, I know, but this will help get us out of the struggling financially. So we did, and it did, for sure. Helped a lot. Like I said, I don't know why it works that way, but it works. It's pretty cool. Oh, anywho. Yeah, I am pretty darn convinced it's this bed that's making me itch, so I'm going to talk to Matthew about that when he gets home. I think we need to take a little trip to the laundromat and maybe bleach some sheets. Because, yeah, I haven't been itching until I sat down here on the bed. Now I'm scratching. Could be cat dander or something. I don't know. But that's why Bowie has his own bed now. That's his little bed over there. It's a dog bed, but he uses it. He loves it because he can sprawl out any place he wants on that thing. And then, of course, Maverick tries to take it from him and they fight, and that's never fun, but it is what it is. Alright, guys. I guess I'll go. Just Amelia and I talking, anyways, and. No, I don't have bed bugs. I did check for bed bugs, of course. That was the first thing I did. Definitely not bed bugs, and it's not bed bug bites that I have on me at all. Doctor said that. It's not a bug bite. It's more like a dermatitis type rash. So possibly laundry soap or just the fibers in the sheets. Could be anything. I don't know. I don't know. We haven't figured it out in 4 months, so I just want to get rid of it. I don't care where it came from or what it is. I just want to get rid of it. It itches, it burns, and now it hurts. Oh, my day already improved. That's not a problem. The day in the morning was not so fun, but no, it's gotten better from here. And God's protection has been on people in my family, which is awesome. So I'm very blessed about that. Anyhow, I am going to go get ready for bed and do all those good things. And my husband should be home soon, I think, hopefully. But you guys have a great night. I am going to head off of here and go journal. And hope you have a good rest of your weekend if I don't hear from you or talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.